I'm Hamza from Hertz. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you, mate. How about yourself?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let's kick off a little chat about your brand new single, Voices. Tell us about the single.
Voices is a song that began with the sound of a microwave and ended up 12 months later with the sound of about 60 gospel singers. So it went on quite a journey. A song about madness, about isolation, about the powerful nature of one's own inner voice, for better or worse. And it was a perfect time to release it, given the current global situation. And it's a song we're proud of, and we're glad to be getting it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a video for it as well, which you published on Instagram. What can you tell us about the video?
The video is just something we made for we wanted to do a live performance in an interesting way. So we had these 360 cameras, and we thought we'd try, instead of a typical lockdown video where it's the two of us in a room with an acoustic guitar in our living room, we wanted to try and make a bit more effort, and that was what really inspired the idea.
Good, excellent. And I believe this is the start of more things to come. So what can we expect from you throughout the rest of this year?
We're going to be releasing more new music. Music's a lot darker, a lot more in keeping with our earlier material. We spent a long time making it. Very excited for people to listen to it, see what we've been up to. And that'll start to trickle out over the next few months. And then hopefully towards the end of the year, something bigger.
Good, excellent. And you've been releasing music as Hertz for the past 10 years. How have you guys evolved since the very start, and how have you changed creatively?
Well, the music industry has changed a lot in that time. When we got signed, there were still things like B-sides, for example, which you wouldn't even hear of these days. The whole industry's changed, and we've had to adapt and sort of change with it, really. We were sort of the last band of that sort of pre-Spotify era, really, and then everything changed. So we have changed a lot. One thing that stayed the same is our amazing fans, and the change in nature of the music industry has allowed our fan community to grow and be more connected and get bigger. And so our touring is as healthy as ever. And so, we sort of rolled with it, embraced the times. And when it comes down to it, though, we make music in the same way. It's always me and Theo in a room together, usually a tiny room for some reason. And we've always made music in the same way, and this album's no different.
Yes, and what is that way that you and Theo work together? How does it come together? Is it the music comes first? Is it the lyrics? How does it all get put together?
Sometimes it alters, but usually we sit down and I'll play some chords on a piano or guitar, and then Theo will sing a melody, and then we'll refine the melody a little bit, and then once we're happy with the melodies, we'll try and put lyrics in there. Once we're happy with the lyrics, then we decide to record the song, or we decide to ignore the song, basically. And that process has been the same since we met each other. So it's never really changed too much.
Good. And we're in a weird lockdown quarantine situation at the moment. What have you been doing to make the most of your time? Have you been working on the music, or have you kind of been taking a break from the writing process?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a very sad time for a lot of people. That can't be overstated. But for us personally, it's actually been quite beneficial, the slight pause. I think it's good for all of us to take a little break from the sort of mayhem and bustle of regular life. And it allowed us to be very creative and really focus in on what we were doing, with a bit of perspective, I suppose. So our sort of day-to-day life hasn't really changed much, to be honest. It's just the outside pressures perhaps have changed a little, become a bit less. But our day-to-day creativity, our process sort of has stayed the same. And there's been lots of room for lots of cool new ideas, and we've been pretty active.
Yeah, and once kind of lockdown's over with, I bet you'll be wanting to get out on the road as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's unclear so far what the implications are for touring, to be honest. We're still trying to work that out, but yeah, I'm particularly excited to be touring again. I can't wait for it to happen, even when it does. We just have to sort of bide our time and hope for the best with that.
Yeah, is there anywhere that you haven't toured before or even performed before that you do want to get to at some point?
Yeah, South America would be good because we've never been. We have a huge production when we play live, and obviously it costs a lot of money for us to travel, so it's quite difficult logistically to get to South America, so that would be a dream. Australia perhaps one day, that would be good. But as far as Europe goes, I think we've done every country pretty much. Georgia we've not been to, but pretty much all the other countries we've done.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Adam, it's been great having a chat with you.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate it.